So within the 30% of other foods that we can offer our companion birds, it includes things like fruits and vegetables. We need to talk about these, right?
Absolutely. This is what people have most pleasure offering their birds. Often, more than often, they're overdoing it with the amount of fruits that they're offering their birds. So it's very important to limit that to 5-10% of the bird's diet. But it must be noted that there are some concerns with some of the fruits and vegetables that we do offer. And perhaps what we can do is we're putting up for you a few websites that you can consult with safe recommendations for the variety of fruits and vegetables that can be consumed by parrots. And also, we can discuss now a few of the issues concerning the hygiene and the presentation of this food, and of course, where you get these fruits and vegetables from.
I think a lot of people equate organic with safe, but that's not necessarily true all the time.
Absolutely not. And our Hagen Pet Foods has laboratories that have been testing for numerous years trying to get organic and healthy grains and produce so that we can offer organic formulations as well. But unfortunately, a lot of people tend to confuse organic with safe. But many of these organic produce are coming from countries that have contaminated soils, such as melamines. And so it's very important that if you are getting your produce from countries where perhaps the soils have been contaminated or they're adding potentially toxic pesticides to their crops, then you should be limiting this source for your birds. Obviously, offering clay cal periodically will definitely enhance or increase your chance or likelihood that the birds can detoxify themselves from some of these contaminants, but eliminating that source altogether would be the ideal thing. When it comes down to fruits and vegetables, of course, ideally we're trying to recommend that people limit the quantity of fruits that contain a lot of sugars in them. Right now it's quite hot here today in Hari, but some people unfortunately live, or fortunately for them, but live in points of the world where the climate is very, very hot throughout the year. And then there's a lot of concern, right?
Right. I mean, you wouldn't want to go and put the fruits and vegetables in the cage and leave it there for a long period of time either, right?
No, bacterial contamination takes about half an hour to contaminate the food. So these food dishes must be offered and then removed shortly after.
Right.
Which is, again, why we don't recommend that people offer these fruits and vegetables in the morning and then allow the bird to be exposed to this dish throughout the day.
And we also don't want to be offering these foods mixed in with the extruded granules in the cage either.
Because then they'd be spoiling their food, right?
Exactly.
And they'd have to throw it out after half an hour or an hour.
Exactly.
Now, Suzanne, what would you recommend that people use as far as dishes for some of these fruits and vegetables that they're offering?
Well, I would definitely recommend stainless steel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or ceramic dishes as well?
Ceramic dishes as well, yes.
And why would that be a recommendation that we should be making?
Well, they're definitely more hygienic. They're much easier to clean. And it's also a good idea to have two sets. You know, then you can just take it out, put the clean set in.
Use a dishwasher as well.
Use a dishwasher,
just to make
exactly.
sure. Now, a lot of people don't realize, but the plastic dishes that sometimes come with the cages, unfortunately, are good for seeds and for some of the extruded pellets, but they're not ideal for fruits and vegetables because even if we don't see it with our eye, there are some scratches that are easily made in some of these dishes, and bacteria can harbor in them. So ideally, these should not be used for offering water or for some of our fruits and vegetables.
I think we should also talk about the fact that it's pretty obvious, but we need to wash our fruits and vegetables when we bring them home from the store.
Yes.
Even if they are organically grown, we should wash them. And even things that we wouldn't think of necessarily washing, things that we're going to peel, should be washed as well. Because as you're either peeling or putting your knife through it, you're contaminating the inside.
The recent alarming statistics as to the bacterial contamination on some of our grapes, the melons, the cantaloupe, of course, the papaya, which is a favorite fruit to offer our parrots because it has an amazing beneficial properties that enhance the gut motility. But some of these fruits come from countries where there's a lot of contaminations with E. coli. And when we're cutting them up, right, Suzanne? A lot of people forget to remember that when we're cutting these fruits and vegetables up, the knife that gets contaminated by the coat actually brings the bacteria right into the fruit. My scariest grocery experience is when I see the papaya that is offered in the styrofoam presentation.
A pre-cut.
A pre-cut papaya, and that's something that we definitely want to stay away from. Unfortunately, a lot of people are forgetting to include a healthy aloe vera leaf to their birds' enrichment foods. And this is one that can definitely be beneficial to your birds as well.
Mm-hmm.